Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be slightly different. I'm hoping to make this into a sort of a series. It's going to be building a city, or rather at least a small part of a city. It's basically just like an excuse for me to actually build stuff. I'll probably end up using this plot for Bloxburg vlogs. But without further ado, let's just get building, and then I'll explain through a commentary, which I don't think I've ever done. Well, like, post-production voiceover. This will be new for me. This is very much inspired off of YouTuber and fellow Bloxburg short film contest winner, PandaLemonTart. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So I just kind of want to bring up my sort of inspiration for this. As you can see, I've already kind of marked out the plot. There's got a little parking lot. We've got some roads and some spaces for both actual buildings and fake buildings. And then I have some walls, which I'll explain in a minute. But I was kind of inspired off of the above ground, like over the road subways in Chicago. I was just like a spur of the moment, kind of found it on Pinterest type of thing. And I had a whole other plot outline actually built out for this, where the tracks were actually going over one of the road lanes, but I was like, that's a little iffy. So I just decided to go on Google Earth over Chicago, and then looking for like railroad tracks. Then I came across this one area that was like, basically this. I'll just show up the pictures right now. Also fun daily objective I didn't realize I had. Where the railroad tracks were above the ground, but it was kind of on like a bridge sort of thing, and there was a parking lot, and the road went under the bridge. And so I was like, I'll do that instead, and now we're here. So, there's that, and I'll probably just like talk about some stuff related to the build, what I hope to put here, all that fun stuff. So here I'm doing the roof, and I'm not sure what happened, but I think because I mean you can see I'm doing it how normally people do it, with the roof in a basement and then scale it up. But I don't know what exactly happened, but somehow I think it got to, like I usually do it, even in this little section, I did it like 1 bit tall, but somehow it got 2 bits tall, which I actually, you know what, here's where I make my mistake right here. Well, because I actually kind of like this better than just having it 1 bit tall, because it adds like more of a curb to it, and I actually end up changing that little bit later. So, tip for, I guess, decently realistic sidewalks, make it 2 bits tall, not 1. So, in this clip, I'm actually doing the parking lot, and this is about the bulk of what I do in this video in particular, other than the little walled area and doing stuff like crosswalks, stoplights, etc. So, in terms of what I want to build, across the road from here, like where I am, I want those to be like fake buildings. I might also add like a tiny road that leads in through the front, but we also have the sides to work with. To the left of where I'm looking at right now, I want that to be a sort of like apartment building, or it might be a hotel now that I think about it, because I already have the apartment building. Who knows? Comment below whether it should be apartment building or hotel. You know what? I'll let the comments decide, because I don't care I might want to do some like townhouses. Maybe those can be like the fake buildings. Of course, parking lot. I want to add a grocery store somewhere in here. I have a fun idea for a mini gas station sort of build that realistically is, well, not realistic at all, but who said I cared? Not me, that's for sure. And there's some stuff as well. Maybe like a gym. I'm not sure if I've said that yet. So, right now, I'm just doing I'm working on making space for little planter areas. Just because you could always use some like greenery, especially in a big city type space. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Here I'm just doing some sped up speed bumps using cylinder basic shapes and the transform plus tool. I end up moving these back a few grid spaces actually. So right here I'm just doing more of the parking lot. I eventually have more sidewalk going down the wall, I guess, if that makes sense. And then later on this clip I also add some dumpsters in the area I was about to copy from. But for now I'm just doing these little X'd off areas to mark like, hey, you can't park here. That's like what this is all supposed to be. I mess up at this point, but other than that, everything goes well. And then after this, I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, I end up going over to doing stuff like crosswalks, stoplights, things like that. So here I'm just doing like the crosswalks pretty much, using some like these carpets and then repainting them to a metal texture, like metal roof texture. I'm not sure why I use that texture all the time, but I do. So just deal with it. I also do stop signs. I end up making like a custom sign towards the end. Traffic lights, and all of that. There isn't much I can really think of to talk about other than my Bloxburg short film actually somehow winning and getting chosen in the competition. Which, did I think that would happen? Not really. Well, I kinda did, but you know. I figured that more than 10 would be chosen. It was just a hunch I had of what would happen. And that's what ended up happening. And my movie was one of the 16 that got picked, along with literally like some of my biggest YouTube inspirations, which has been fun. So, yeah, I'm not sure when my movie will come out for people to see in the theater, but it's on my channel now. So, yeah. I'll keep people updated with whatever information I am allowed to share, because I don't know what I am or am not allowed to actually share, so I'm just not going to share much. So, yeah. I don't think there's much else that I can say for the rest of the video, so just enjoy me building. I end up giving up on this little arch design I tried to create.